If you're watching this, you've probably sensed something a little unsettling. You've done all the work, the journaling, the retreats, the self-help books, the coaching perhaps, and still your life isn't shifting in the way you hoped. Maybe you don't feel broken, but you don't feel fully like yourself either. There's just this quiet sense that the old ways aren't working anymore. In this video, I'll show you why that's happening, and not from a self-help, feel-good kind of way, but in a real, grounded, human way. And what's beginning inside you when change actually starts. There's a moment, a lot of women who've done work, a lot of inner work, and usually in silence. It's the moment that everything that you've been doing, everything that helped you grow, everything that helped you achieve great breakthroughs, stop working. Meditation, breath work, yoga, they're not giving you the clarity that you want. Even inner work seems repetitive. You know so much about yourself now, and still you feel the same inner patterns working you. And you ask yourself, how is it that I'm doing all this work and I still feel stuck? It feels confusing and disorienting, maybe even a sense of betrayal to everything that you have worked so hard for just by feeling stuck. But here's the truth. You are not stuck. You're transitioning, and your nervous system is leading the way. Let me explain this in the simplest way possible, because when you understand what's happening inside of your brain, everything is going to start making sense. You know that moment when success stops giving you anything? Like the moment you get the promotion and you feel nothing. Or the moment you hit that milestone and it just lands flat. Or the moment you reach something meaningful and that hit isn't there anymore. Not you being ungrateful or having a negative mindset. This is your habitual dopamine system. Your brain has adapted to that reward, and it's not registering the meaningfulness of that moment. And it doesn't mean that it's not meaningful. It's just the system that used to light up for that reward. It's shifted. This is why achievement stops feeling alive and motivation dries up. It's why doing more stops giving you anything back. Your system is basically saying, this isn't your path anymore. Then there's the part of your brain that does the pushing, the planning, the performing, the holding it all together part. She's tired. She's run the show for decades now, making sure you succeed, you stay safe, you stay respected, you stay ahead, you stay perfect. But she can't do it forever. And at some point, she takes a step back. Not because you're failing, but because you've outgrown living from force. Your nervous system starts shifting you into a new mode, a listening mode, a more intuitive, body-led way of being. This is why suddenly pushing seems almost impossible. And what you used to make yourself do that came easily doesn't work anymore. And patience is running thin, and you're feeling unmotivated and a bit off track. You're not weak. You're not losing discipline. Your nervous system, the intelligence of your system, is pulling you out of force, out of that energy that had you pushing before that no longer serves you, and helping you move into presence. And then there's the piece that holds your identity, the part of your brain that holds the story, the roles you've played, the person you've been, the way you have shown up. They all start loosening, and you begin to outgrow your old identity. And that's when it starts feeling like Who am I when I'm not pushing? Who am I when I'm not achieving? What's going to happen when I'm not performing? What will become of me when I'm not all of this? This is the phase that often feels like a void, a pause, a quiet unraveling, not because there's something wrong, but because something deeper is beginning. So before we go any further, I want you to feel something directly. Pause with me. You can close your eyes or just bring your attention inward and feel the weight of your body wherever you are. If you're in a chair, maybe in the back of your legs, on your back. If you have your feet on the ground, just feel the ground beneath you. And relax your shoulders, even if it's a little bit. Let's take 3 breaths. So inhale into your nose, expanding the belly and the solar plexus, stretching as if giving room to something ancient inside of you. And then exhale through your mouth as if you were blowing bubbles through a straw, which starts bringing your attention into the sensation on your lips, all the way out. Let's do this again. Inhale through your nose, expanding, creating space inside of you, and then exhaling through your mouth, slow and gently, all the way out. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. So stay where you are and just notice what's changed, what opened, what's possible from here, what do you remember? It's amazing what 3 breaths can do in the quality of your presence. This reminds me of a story of a client I was working with. She just stepped into a new C-suite role that she had been working for many years. And she felt aligned with the company's values and very connected to the people. And she was showing up from presence rather than performance, which was a huge evolution for her. And then one day something happened. Somebody pushed back and she felt her energy tightening, her patience thinning, and then finding herself in that old pattern pushing again. But now she had greater awareness, so she could see this whole thing happening again, and her old way of thinking and her identity shifting into this push. But enough of her identity and of the pattern had loosened that she could see what was happening. But here's the thing, there wasn't anything wrong. It was just her nervous system dropping back for a moment to those old surviving patterns. And in one conversation, dropping back into presence with the breath practice we just did, she was able to come back to herself, not by fixing, not by trying harder, not by forcing a different mindset. She simply settled and her clarity returned, her presence returned, and her leadership returned. She didn't need to change herself. She needed to arrive back in herself. This is what I want you to feel, that you're not stuck. You're not losing your discipline. Your system isn't confused. It's evolving. And the part of you that used to rely on force, it's dissolving. And a new intelligence, deeper, quieter, more honest, is beginning to lead. You're in the space between stories, between identities, between versions of yourself. It's not failure, it's a threshold. And thresholds don't respond to effort, they respond to presence. If any of this feels true to you, subscribe, and stay close. In the next video, I'll walk you through the signs you're outgrowing your old identity and why it feels so strange when that happens. You don't need to become more. You don't need to force transformation. You're not breaking down. You're arriving.